The last ride. 12 motorcycles pulled into Children's Memorial Hospital at 2:47 a.m. No sirens, no lights, just the deep rumble of engines that sounded like thunder. The night nurse looked up and felt her blood run cold. These weren't visitors. These were warriors. And what happened next will restore your faith in humanity. If you believe some kids need warriors, hit that subscribe button right now. The call. 6 hours earlier, Gunnar Morrison sat in his garage, staring at his phone. The number he'd been dreading for 3 months. Mr. Morrison? The doctor's voice was flat, dead. Leo's platelet count dropped to critical. Without the bone marrow transplant, your son has 3 months. And with the transplant? Silence. It costs $400,000. Richard Blackwell refused to authorize his insurance coverage. He said it's not a good investment. Not a good investment. His son, 8 years old, loved dinosaurs. Not a good investment. Doc, Gunnar said quietly. Call the wolves, everyone. Tell them Leo needs his uncles. What are you planning? War. The Brotherhood. Within 40 minutes, the Midnight Wolves assembled. 12 men who'd ridden through hell together. Big Tom, ex-Army Ranger. 3 bullets still lodged near his spine. Razor, underground fighter. Killed a man protecting a woman. Did 2 years. No regrets. Snake tech genius. Wanted by 3 government agencies. Doc, former pediatric surgeon. Lost his license saving the kid whose parents couldn't pay. Now they'd ride for Leo. Leo's dying, Gunnar said. Richard won't authorize insurance. Jessica can't leave prenup, says she gets nothing if she divorces before 5 years. So we convince Richard, Razor growled. No, Doc stepped forward. Violence won't save Leo, but I know what will. He dropped documents on the workbench. Richard lied. He never filed the insurance claim. That's fraud. Doc's eyes went cold. But there's more. Richard's been married 4 times in 12 years. 3 previous wives had sick children. All 3 children died within 2 years of Richard marrying their mothers. The garage went silent. Richard Blackwell is a serial killer, Doc continued. He targets military widows, marries them for benefits, then ensures their sick kids don't survive. First child drowned, second fell downstairs. Third had a medication mix-up. No prosecutions. Leo is number 4, Gunnar whispered. There's experimental treatment in Mexico, 93% success rate. Free clinical trial. What's the catch? We get Leo across the border without permission. That's kidnapping. Federal crime, 25 years. Snake spoke first. When do we ride? One by one, every Wolf stepped forward. Type justice in the comments if Richard deserves what's coming. The hospital. At 2:47 a.m., 12 motorcycles went silent. Gunnar led the way. 4th floor. Room 412. He pushed open the door. Leo lay in bed, paper white, stick thin. But when he saw his father, his eyes lit up. Dad? Hey buddy, ready for an adventure? Jessica stood from the corner. Her eye was swollen shut, fresh, from tonight. He knows, she whispered. Richard's coming. 5 minutes. Doc worked fast, disconnecting monitors, prepping Leo. The door exploded open. Richard Blackwell stood there, expensive suit. 3 security guards behind him. I knew it, Richard snarled. Bunch of criminals. Gunnar stepped forward. Step aside, Richard. That's my son in that bed. You have no rights. I'll have every cop hunting you down. Maybe, Gunnar said quietly. But Leo won't die. That's all that matters. Richard lunged at Gunnar. Wrong move. Gunnar caught his wrist. Twisted. Richard screamed. The guards reached for their guns. 11 bikers stepped forward as one wall. Don't, Big Tom said softly. The guards looked at their boss, looked at 12 bikers, put their guns away and walked out. Smart men. Click the like button if you're loving this. The truth. Want to know why I won't pay? Richard gasped. Because he's defective, bad genes from a dead soldier. Why throw money away on damaged goods? Jessica slapped him, hard, 4 times. I recorded everything, she said. Every threat. Every hit. Every time you said Leo should die so we could collect insurance. Richard went pale. You're bluffing. Doc held up his phone, pressed play. Richard's voice filled the room. Just let the kid die, Jessica. The policy pays $300,000. Pure profit. It's good business. You can't use that in court. Actually, a new voice said. We can. Detective Sarah Chun stepped in. 4 officers behind her. Mr. Blackwell, you're under arrest for fraud, child endangerment, attempted murder, and domestic violence. You have the right to remain silent, Richard struggled. This is a setup. We've been investigating you for 4 weeks, Chun said. We have everything, your search history, your financial records, your 3 previous marriages to widows whose children mysteriously died. You're done. She looked at Doc and nodded. Old friends keeping promises. Type karma if Richard got what he deserved. The ride. 30 minutes later, Leo was secured in a sidecar. Oxygen tank, monitors, blankets. Jessica sat behind Gunner. Where are we going? Leo asked weakly. Mexico, buddy. Special doctors. Experimental treatment. Will it hurt? Probably, but you're tough. Toughest kid I know. Leo was quiet. Then, Dad? Richard said you didn't want me anymore. Said you left because I was too expensive. Gunner pulled over, knelt beside the sidecar. Leo, listen. I never left you. You are my son, my blood, my heart. I would burn this world down before I'd let you die. I love you more than breathing. I love you too, Dad. 12 motorcycles rolled south toward Hope. They crossed the border at dawn. Mexican doctors were waiting. Senator Morrison, we're ready for Leo. Leo looked scared. Gunner knelt again. I'll be right here, buddy, every single day. I'm not going anywhere. Promise? Promise. Share this if these bikers are heroes. 3 months later. Leo's hair was growing back, short, fuzzy, healthy. The treatment worked. 93% success rate. Cancer in remission. Richard got 25 years. 4 more families came forward. He'd made a career targeting military widows. Jessica and Leo lived in Tucson now. Close to doctors. Close to the Wolves Clubhouse. Every Sunday, Leo washed motorcycles. Because that's what family does. One Sunday, a young couple approached. The woman was crying. Excuse me, the man said. We heard what you did. Our daughter Emma has leukemia. Insurance denied treatment. We don't know what to do. Gunner looked at Doc. Doc looked at Big Tom. What's your daughter's name? Gunner asked. Emma, she's 6. Leo looked up. You're gonna help her, right, Dad? Gunner smiled. Yeah, buddy. We're gonna help. The Wolves became an underground railroad for families destroyed by insurance denials. They found loopholes. They found trials. They found hope where hospitals found profit. 17 families in 3 months. 17 kids who'd be dead if they'd followed the rules. Dad? Leo asked one Sunday. Yeah, buddy? When I grow up, can I be a biker? Gunner ruffled his son's hair. You already are, son. You already are. Because being a biker isn't about the motorcycle. It's about loyalty, brotherhood, protecting those who can't protect themselves. It's about riding into hell and bringing back the ones you love. That's what real men do. That's what the Midnight Wolves did for Leo. And that's what they'll do for every kid who needs warriors. Subscribe if you believe in brotherhood. Hit like if bikers are heroes. Share this if you know the scariest looking people often have the biggest hearts. Drop hero in the comments if this changed how you see bikers. Remember, every day, kids are dying because insurance companies decided their lives aren't profitable. Every day, Families are destroyed by medical costs. Every day, someone needs warriors. Be that warrior. Stand up. Speak out. Protect the innocent. Ride or die isn't just a saying. For the Midnight Wolves, it's a sacred promise. For Leo, it was the promise that saved his life.